Version 3.5 might genuinely be one of my favourite updates in Wuthering Waves. We're finally returning to Huanglong, the place where our journey first began, as we head to the Land of Xuanfang, a brand new explorable area that takes us closer to Mengzhou. And of course, we can't talk about version 3.5 without talking about Yangyang. Well, technically Xuanling, Yangyang's special form. She looks incredible, and her older sister Suisui looks absolutely stunning too. From an incredible new region to an exciting lineup of Resonators, brand new echoes, quests, events, and rewards coming in version 3.5, there is so much to look forward to. So let's take a look at everything that stood out to me in the version 3.5 livestream, and why I think this could end up being one of Wuthering Waves' best updates yet. Our next destination in version 3.5 is Xuanfang Hold, a brand new area leading to Mengzhou that sits right on the border of Jinzhou. I absolutely love Xuanfang's Eastern-inspired aesthetics and charm. I have always enjoyed wuxia and sanxia-inspired stories, which are two popular genres of Chinese fantasy and historical fiction, so seeing those influences come through more strongly in Wuthering Waves is incredibly exciting. But on top of that, Xuanfang also has a really unique futuristic side. It's a city filled with intricate mechanisms and precision engineering. It isn't just a beautiful border city either. It was originally built to contain and defend against tacit discord outbreaks, meaning it could be one of the most technologically advanced places we've seen so far. In addition to Xuanfang Hold, which is suspended high above the mountains, the surrounding wilderness is divided into 3 other areas that we can explore. The combination of traditional Eastern fantasy and advanced technology is such a unique blend, and I think Wuthering Waves has pulled it off beautifully. I honestly can't wait to explore it all. The vibe also reminds me so much of Huanglong, which is still one of my favourite regions in the game. It takes me right back to when I first fell in love with Wuthering Waves. Sometimes I wish I could experience it all again for the very first time. So even though Xuanfang is a brand new area, it already feels familiar and nostalgic. And since it connects us back to Huanglong, I can't wait to see where the story takes us next. Let me know if you're as excited for Xuanfang Hold and Mengzhou as I am, or if another region is still your favourite. In the first phase of version 3.5, we're finally getting Xuanling, Yangyang's special form, and she looks amazing. Just like Huanglong, Yangyang has been with us since the very beginning, so seeing her receive an alternate form feels incredibly special. Even though her signature blue hat is gone, the familiar colour palette, feather details, and overall appearance still feel unmistakably like Yangyang, just a more mature and elegant version of her. Her splash art is absolutely stunning too. It feels so calm and serene, yet incredibly majestic at the same time. The feathers at the end of her hair are even more pronounced now, with vibrant blue highlights that literally glow. I am so curious to see what she's experienced on her journey and how that's led to such a profound evolution in her forte. I also really appreciate that, despite everything she's been through, she is still the gentle, resilient, and thoughtful Yangyang we know and love. And of course, her habit of writing letters is still a core part of who she is. Her whole design revolves around birds and feathers, with her new form closely tied to the rafter kite, a blue and black mechanical bird inspired by the legendary Xuanling bird, a spiritual creature that was once native to Xuanfang. I am really looking forward to learning more about the Xuanling bird's legacy as the story unfolds. Gameplay-wise, Yangyang Xuanling is officially a 5-star Havoc Sword Resonator, and during combat she alternates between 2 distinct sword stances with a really fun-looking moveset. As someone who loves sword characters, she is pretty much everything I could have hoped for. The animations are gorgeous and the sound design is fantastic, and I love how the birds and feathers are woven throughout her entire kit. She calls upon the Xuanling bird to summon a powerful tempest, and it looks absolutely magical. One of my favourite little details is that she can even change the weather in certain areas after using it. It's such a cool touch. And honestly, nothing about her design or gameplay really screams Havoc to me, but that is just classic Kuro. Xuanling arrives in the first half of version 3.5 through the voices of Azure Feather's Convene, alongside her gorgeous signature weapon Azure Oath. I honestly have no idea what its stats or passives are yet, but based on the design alone, I absolutely need it. I'll definitely be pulling for Xuanling and her weapon the moment her banner arrives. I have been excited for her ever since her drip marketing, and after watching the livestream, I am even more convinced. As for potential teammates, from what we've seen, a lot of her kit revolves around the Havoc Bane negative status effect. So characters like Chisa immediately come to mind, and I'm sure we'll get even more synergy options in the future. Speaking of teammates, I think there's someone in version 3.5 who might pair incredibly well with Xuanling. In the second phase of version 3.5, we're getting the debut of Suisui, Yangyang's older sister. I am absolutely blown away by Suisui's design, she is so elegant. Suisui and Yangyang share a lot of similar features, but their personalities couldn't be any more different. Yangyang is very gentle and reserved, while Suisui is adventurous and outgoing, and I think that's reflected really beautifully in her design. Her warm golds and teal blues give her such a bright and vibrant presence that contrasts perfectly with Yangyang's calm and serene aesthetic. The two sisters grew up side by side and share an incredibly close bond. As someone who has a younger sister myself, I know exactly how precious a relationship like that is, so I am really looking forward to seeing more of their story together. Just like Xuanling, she has her own bird, a Chongming bird, named Dumpling. I absolutely love that one of her idol animations is her trying to draw Dumpling. Let's just say she's going for an abstract rendition rather than realism. As for her gameplay, Suisui is a 5-star Glacier Rectifier Resonator who specializes in Glacier Chafe negative status effects. And just like her design, her combat is absolutely gorgeous and full of color. The way she fights with her fan, weaving together flowing water and light, makes every attack feel so graceful. I also love how calligraphy and traditional paintings are woven throughout her animations. Even the way she lands after attacking feels so elegant, it really suits her character. My favorite part has to be her resonance liberation. She creates this beautiful painted landscape before stepping into the scene herself through her outro skill, while continuously supporting the team with buffs. It's so pretty. Support characters are usually some of the most versatile units in the game, so I'm hoping she'll fit into a lot of different teams. Although, whether they synergize or not, I'll still be pairing her with Xuanling. I couldn't possibly separate the sisters. Suisui arrives in the second half of version 3.5 through the blessing from Dewy Wind's Convene. I'll definitely be pulling for her. I already adored her design when she first appeared in the Mengzhou lineup, but after learning more about her, especially with her relationship to Yangyang, I don't think I can skip her. Also, her signature weapon First Light Herald is gorgeous too. The auspicious bird design and warm sunset colors suit Suisui perfectly. So yes, I am probably going to try pulling for this as well. My Astrites are not surviving version 3.5. Alongside Xuanling in the first half, we're getting reruns for Lene and Luke, together with their signature weapons. Then, in the second half, Imeth and her weapon will be returning as well. But that is not all. We're finally getting the long-awaited Reverb Resonator Convene, featuring Jian, Yinlin, Jinshi, Changli, Zhezhe, and Changliao. Even better, the first temple is completely free. We're also getting the Reverb Weapon Convene, so if you've been waiting for a signature weapon to come back, now is your chance. They've even added brand new Weapon Convene animations, they look so cool. I know a lot of people have been waiting for Yinlin's String Master to return, so I'm sure that'll make plenty of players happy. As for me, I have wanted Zhezhe's weapon for well over a year now. The only issue is, I am already planning to pull Xuanling, Suisui and their weapons, so I am really torn. But I am genuinely so happy to see so many of my favourite Resonators and their weapons finally returning. Although between two amazing new characters and all of these reruns, version 3.5 might end up being one of the most expensive patches we've ever had. So good luck everyone, I think we're going to need it. We're also finally getting a brand new attribute for Rover, Electro, which we can unlock during the new main story quest. One of my favourite details is that some of the attacks actually combine powers of Spectro, Havoc and Aero Rover. It's such a nice way of showing just how far Rover has come throughout the story, and the animations look incredible. I definitely want to build Electro Rover in version 3.5, but that is assuming I have enough Echo materials left after building Xuanling and Suisui. And of course, it wouldn't be a new version without a whole new wave of farmable content. We're getting a ton of brand new Echoes, and I absolutely love their designs. They fit the futuristic Eastern aesthetic of Xuanfang and Mengzhou so well. Exploring the new region while farming for these new open world Echoes honestly sounds like so much fun, I can't wait. We're also getting 3 brand new Sonata sets. These are very likely designed with the new characters in mind, so pre-farming Echo builds before version 3.5 is going to be pretty much impossible. Speaking of building characters, most of Xuanling and Suisui's Ascension materials, along with their weekly boss materials, will only become available once version 3.5 releases. Thankfully, we can at least pre-farm some of their weapon and skill upgrade materials from the Sword and Rectifier Forgery Challenge domains in Laha Roy until then. But that still means we will be a little time gated when it comes to fully building them, especially if you're like me and immediately want to build Xuanling on day 1. Between exploring Xuanfang, progressing through the story, farming materials, and building new Resonators, I think we're going to be busy for a very long time, and I can't wait, to be honest. Speaking of story, we'll be continuing the main story with 2 new acts. And this is probably the thing I am most excited about. We are finally returning to Jinzhou in the story, where we'll get to reunite with so many familiar faces before heading to Xuanfang. On top of that, we're getting a brand new segue quest, the Chant of Unseen Ties, where we'll get to experience Yangyang's untold story firsthand. Completing the main story also rewards a brand new Cloud Ride motorbike skin. I have to admit, after spending so much time in Laha Roy, I was secretly hoping we'd get our glider back. But after seeing how Xuanfang blends traditional architecture with advanced technology, I think it actually fits the region surprisingly well. Also, if you're behind on the story, there is good news too. A main quest fast track event will let players head straight to the new area without having to catch up first. And they're even adding fast track access to all past stories through the new Pioneer Experience function. We're also getting several new exploration quests, including one featuring Dungeon. It's going to be so nice seeing her again. I have really missed her character. And since we're on the topic of exploration, version 3.5 is also introducing plenty of new gameplay activities throughout Xuanfang. I always really enjoy when the new regions come with their own unique minigames, and all of these activities seem to really fit Xuanfang's atmosphere and technological theme really well. I'm looking forward to trying them out while exploring the new area. And naturally, version 3.5 is also bringing plenty of events to keep us busy too. We're getting new exploration events focused on Xuanfang, including area exploration and photo collection activities, as well as several fan favorite events making a return too, including Lament Recon from version 2.7, Lolo Campaign, the Combat Photography event, as well as both Tactical Hologram and Virtual Crisis Combat challenges. We're also getting a brand new cycle of End-State Matrix, Adversity Vanguard, where Chisa will finally receive an extra vigor. Alongside that, we have our regular vlog-in event, which is always lovely. Summer is here, and I definitely feel it. It is like 35 degrees in the UK. In version 3.5, Lene and Chisa will both be receiving gorgeous new summer outfits. I am honestly so tempted to pick them up. I use both Chisa and Lene quite a lot, so it would be really fun to change things up a little. Lene's outfit captures a perfect summer vibe, while Chisa's looks absolutely adorable. I especially love her new hairstyle, it suits her so well. They're also adding cute little bird accessories for Xuanling and Suisui. They look adorable. We're also getting the new Night Veil Piercer premium bike skin. It looks super cool. I already have quite a few bike skins, so I probably won't be picking this one up, but I do have to admit it looks incredibly well designed. Probably the most unexpected announcement was the Resonator voice pack customization feature, which lets us customize the voice languages for individual Resonators outside of story quests. I love the English VAs, but I've always been so curious about how the other VAs portray the characters in other languages, so it'll be nice to change things up now and then. There are also plenty of gameplay improvements, including automatic story dialogue choices, as well as direct access to material instances through the guidebook, and Echo Gallery optimizations. They've even added the ability to craft collectible Ascension materials through bioprinting, which looks very handy. Rover has also received some improvements to their character models. This one is one of my favorite additions. It's very subtle, but it makes such a huge difference. It looks a lot more detailed and clean. There are so many little improvements packed into this update, and I think they'll make version 3.5 feel even better to play. Version 3.5 is looking to be one of my favorite updates. We're finally returning to a region connected to Huanglong, and we're getting 2 absolutely gorgeous new Resonators, as well as exciting reruns, new quests, events, outfits, and plenty of rewards. There is just so much to look forward to. I am actually most excited for Xuanfang and Mengzhou. The Eastern-inspired aesthetic, as well as the chance to experience more of Yangyang's story alongside Suisui, has me counting down the days until the patch arrives. And of course, my Astrites are in serious danger. At this point, I am planning to pull for both the Xuanling and Suisui, so wish me luck. I would love to know what you're most excited about in version 3.5. Is it Xuanfang, Xuanling, Suisui, the new story, or something else entirely? Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to follow my adventures through Mengzhou and see whether my Astrites survive 3.5, I would love to have you back for future videos. Have a lovely day. See you again soon. Ta-ta for now.